So the Chicago Bulls are finally doing it right. They just traded away Alex Caruso straight up for Josh Giddey. I went into all my details on a video specifically on this channel, and today we are going to be doing a Josh Giddey Chicago Bulls rebuild. I don't expect them to be done this offseason. Hopefully, we finally see the Bulls enter into a proper rebuild and let DeMar DeRozan walk in free agency, trade Zach LaVine, and hopefully trade Nikola Vucevic. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing roughly a 3-year Chicago Bulls rebuild today because I do expect them to do hopefully a complete teardown this offseason where you guys will eventually get a 10-year long Chicago Bulls rebuild. And like the OKC Thunder as well, I think they're going to be making more moves, right? Like they just got Alex Caruso to build one of the best defensive teams in the NBA because they were already one of the better defensive teams. Now you're adding one of the better guard defenders in the league. They still have cap space to add a big. They still have the 12th overall pick, and they could make another trade as well. So I don't expect them to be done just yet. The Bulls have the 11th overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft. I think they're going to try to look for something with like Lonzo Ball this offseason. He's going to opt in, but I think they're going to try to look to see if some team would take on his cap space. They might have to attach a additional asset or take on a bad pick or a bad contract, but I don't know if that would really be worth it. We're going to look to, I think, re-sign Patrick Williams this offseason, but like I said, I want to move LaVine. I want to let DeRozan walk. I don't know if Charlotte's going to accept this trade, but could I move up 5 spots with Javon Carter and Julian Phillips because I want to trade up and get Donovan Clingan? They say no to that, unfortunately. I don't think I should send them Zach LaVine. I think I could find a different team to send him to. All right, good thing I didn't make a trade because Donovan Clingan did fall to us. We could go Montas Buzelis as well, but I want to get the center for the future and one of the best players in this draft here at 11. All right, I think we're going to see if we can send Zach LaVine to the Brooklyn Nets, and we're going to try to get some additional draft capital in this deal. I would not mind Cam Thomas, but then we also have Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Adebayo. Kind of, it's a little crowded right there right now. So could I possibly pick up Dariq Whitehead, Ben Simmons, and then maybe the 2025 Phoenix Suns first round pick for Zach LaVine? They say no. Okay, that's going to be a little bit tough. I don't want to throw in any additional assets for me. I don't want Dennis Schroeder. I will just take the 2025 Suns pick. That's how low Zach LaVine's value is at this point because of that large contract. And we're going to send him for Ben Simmons and that first round pick. I mean, I could try an additional one like the 28 swap because it's 1 stars. They say no. I don't want to include any of my first. That's the thing. So could we just get the 25 Suns? They don't even want to move that. Damn, Ben Simmons for Zach LaVine basically can't get it done. All right, maybe they really want the 25 one. So could I get the 27 Sixers one? And could I get the 28 Suns one? So these first are down the line. They say no. What about if I also gave you a competing player right now in like Javon Carter? Could we call it a day with that? And they don't. Oh my God. And I will give you Julian Phillips. Oh, they can't even do that. Wow, this is crazy. I'm only going to be able to get 1 first rounder for LaVine if I send him to Brooklyn. Okay, so we had to send him and Javon Carter. I get the 25 Suns first, which actually I think could be pretty valuable. And the Pelicans are going to lose maybe Jonas Valanciunas in the offseason, so we are going to send them Nikola Vucevic for Larry Nance Jr., who's going to be Donovan Clingan's backup, and I'm getting Jordan Hawkins, the 14th overall pick in the 2023 draft for Nikola Vucevic. So let's sign Donovan Clingan. I had to wait till I think Josh Giddey's team option was picked up to do that trade. Let's pick up the team option on Dalen Terry, not on Bidham right now. And Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey, yeah, they were not accepting that because 2K loves Josh Giddey, so hopefully he does help us out. And then I'm debating like what I want to do with this team. Like I don't really want to make Giddey a small forward right now because I worry about him defensively, even though he doesn't have the worst defensive ratings. Like if I made him my point guard, like that's fine, and I could make Kobe White my shooting guard and have Adebayo just be the 6th man for us. Like I'm all for that. Now let's obviously give Patrick Williams the qualifying offer. I would like to bring him back the way that this team is going in a direction. For DeMar DeRozan, could I do a sign and trade? Could we orchestrate that? That would be nice to pick up additional asset for him. So let's do like 2 years, $64 million. He'll pick that up, and then hopefully we can facilitate him in a deal. And we're going to send him to the LA Lakers, and we're going to be getting Rui Hachimura and Jalen Hood-Schifino. They wanted to get a 3rd big name with LeBron and AD this offseason. Missed out on Trae Young, missed out on some of these other big names. So we're going to go out and send DeMar DeRozan to the Lakers, and we get some nice assets in return. I'm not paying Patrick Williams $26 million, so hopefully he does decrease his asking price. We are loaded on guards right now. I mean, Ben Simmons is not going to play for us this next season. I guess we could use like another maybe power forward, but that's going to be Patrick Williams. So I can see if there's a Lonzo Ball deal out there as well. And Toronto's actually interested in Lonzo, so we're going to send Lonzo to Toronto for Osha Agbaji and a future 1st round pick, top 3 protected. So yeah, so this offseason is pretty much going to be me just waiting to see if Patrick Williams will come back on a cheaper price. If anything, I'll get him back on the 1-year qualifying offer. And we're going to sign him to a 2-year, $36 million contract. So this is the team right now. It's not great. We're trying to tank for Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, somebody like that next season. And honestly, we should be at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Conference. So yeah, if I do move Kobe White to a shooting guard, does his overall go up? It actually goes down. It's not great. I don't love that, but I think we could just see how it goes this year, and if it's a disaster, then we'll change it going forward. So let's do something like this. Even Patrick Williams can play the backup 5 a little bit. Yeah, I don't think Torrey Craig's going to play either. So Josh Giddey's going to play a ton of minutes. Him and Kobe White can get 34 a night. Let's go 30 to Rui. Let's go like 28 to Patrick Williams. I'd like to go 30 to Donovan Clingan, 30 as well to Ayo Jordan Hawkins can get 18, 13 to Larry Nance. Let's do about 14, 13 to Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Ochai Agbaji can get about 10 minutes a night. Sorry, Dale and Terry. Even though Terry might be better than Agbaji, we'll see. We could definitely be sellers at the deadline. We're 3-star balanced under Billy Donovan. Could be the final year with him as the head coach as well. First game of the season's at home against the Philadelphia 76ers, and we got blown out. Yeah, not a great start to the season. Like I said, though, we are kind of tanking for some of these top guys in this upcoming draft. Could be Dink Pate as well, who spent last year in the G League Ignite. Our pick, though, top 10 protected, but it's going to San Antonio from the DeMar DeRozan side of trade. So if we're outside the top 10, we don't keep it. And then, yeah, so like I just kind of want to be a bottom team this year. I am fine with that. And then hopefully we can be right back in the play-in tournament conversation next year. All right, we were actually somewhat competitive. I mean, we were like 8 and 15, which obviously isn't great, but yeah, we're bottoming out right now, which is fine with me. So we are currently 13 and 37. I don't know if we're going to be able to move anybody at the deadline, or if there's anybody we want to move specifically. Like, is that going to be Larry Nance Jr.? Is that going to be Rui Hachimura? Possibly. But I guess this is a realistic scenario for Bulls fans, which I'm sure they'd rather happen, and they can get excited for the 2025 NBA draft rather than having the 11th overall pick this year. Kobe White at the shooting guard position has been horrible. That is not great to see whatsoever. Donovan Clingan, I think, is having a fine rookie year for a really bad team. Rui Hachimura, I think, could definitely net me something nice at the deadline, but I could also move him in the offseason. Josh Giddey, I mean, I'm expecting this man, at least in 2K. He's having a very good year, and we're going to look to extend him. Jordan Hawkins having a very good sophomore year. No sophomore slump for him. Patrick Williams has been a good three-point shooter. I'd assume, man, him and Kobe White, the bright spots of the 2024 season, have had down years here in 2025. Jalen Hood-Schifino's actually not been terrible in his, like, real rookie year, and Agbaji's knocking down his threes. So, I mean, I could, like, I don't know if I want to move Hachimura right now. Like, I could definitely move him on draft night. I don't think I want to entertain a Kobe White idea. I'd assume him maybe in the offseason since he'll be on an expiring, but I don't know if I'm going to make any moves right now. I think we're going to just run the course with this season, hopefully end up with a top pick in the draft, and then, yeah, like Cooper Flagg could change our franchise. Wow, the Lakers. Well, that would actually go to the Pelicans, funny enough, but the Lakers are, I guess, really bad. DeMar DeRozan isn't working out, or don't tell me they didn't re-sign LeBron. Oh, my God. I don't get why 2K does this. Let me guess. LeBron's not there. Okay, but they have Drew Holiday now. Did they trade Drew Holiday for DeMar DeRozan, or for DeMar DeRozan? So you're telling me Boston has DeMar now? Yeah, off the bench. But hey, at least 2K likes them for once. And Nikola Jokic wins his 4th MVP this season. We get the Rookie of the Year, Donovan Clingan. All right, that is definitely something to get excited about. Hopefully he progresses into the low 80s, and we now have our center for the future. Something Chicago really hasn't had, maybe since Wendell Carter Jr., then they traded him away. Giddey, Most Improved Player, and Embiid is your Clutch Player of the Year, with Joe Maz being your Coach of the Year. We're not going to get anybody on an All-NBA first team, so I'm not even going to really get my hopes up, nor all defensive teams either. But hey, shout out to us getting the Rookie of the Year in Donovan Clingan. So, yeah, we finished with 24 wins this year. We were the 2nd worst team in the Eastern Conference and tied for the 2nd worst team in the NBA. So, I'm praying we don't fall to like 7 on draft night. That could be a possibility. Kobe White throughout the second half was much better with his shooting splits, which is good to see. And same with Ayo who ended up shooting 38% from 3, which we will definitely take. Jalen Hood-Schifino was on the other end of that, was not good in the second half of the year whatsoever. So I think we actually have a good core, good foundation, no bad contracts. We're going to be just fine. And I'm excited for the 2025 offseason because this is going to be a big one for us. Praying we get lucky in the lottery, but I don't want to put all my hopes into that because hey, it never works out. Just ask Pistons fans if you have all your hope into the lottery. It doesn't work out for you too much, as Brandon Ingram was Finals MVP. You're welcome. I just gave you the key. Wait, you brought back Valanciunas as well? Wait. Where's Vucevic? Oh, I am blind. Yeah, he was right under him. So yeah, the Nikola Vucevic, Jonas Valanciunas tandem won them a title. Hey, I assisted to it, as LeBron's going to retire on the Detroit Pistons. Oh my God, we ended up with the #1 overall pick. You got me so excited. Oh my God. So, hold on. Let's dissect this here. Where is my first round pick? Where is it? It is there at 4. Okay, so we have the 4th overall pick in this draft. I got excited about the Portland thing, but I'm pretty sure that has some protections on it. I will double check. But we do have the 10th pick from the Phoenix Suns from the Zach LaVine trade. So we could have 3 top 10 first round picks. Unfortunately, the one I'm not able to keep was the one that ended up being number 1. And yeah, unfortunately, this pick is basically lottery protected every single year until 2028, which is quite unfortunate having to trade away the number 1 overall pick. So Billy Donovan is no longer under contract. We're going to try to go in a new direction here. Do we want to give Frank Vogel another shot? Darvin Ham? People would hate that, but he actually doesn't have terrible ratings. I may offer him a deal. James Borrego's a good assistant, but I'm sure they're going to block it. I mean, Taylor Jenkins, I always get him though, so let's get Darvin Ham. Let's get Darvin Ham as the next Bulls head coach. I'm sure Bulls fans would love that. So if we look at the mock drafts right now, Ace Bailey, if he falls to 4, I would love. If we ended up getting Dylan Harper, it would maybe change a couple things up, like I think White or Dosunmu would definitely become expendable. And then we do have the 10th overall pick in this draft, which is nice. All right, so I'm actually going to do this trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to be getting Zach Collins and his expiring contract. Just double checking he doesn't have an option. He does not. And we're going to be getting a 2026 unprotected Cleveland first round pick in exchange for Patrick Williams and his expiring contract. He's going to want too much money that I'm going to want to pay him. So we're going to get that deal done. And we're also going to have to pay Josh Giddey this offseason as well. So the number 1 overall pick, the Portland Trailblazers, select Dylan Harper. Okay, over Cooper Flagg. That is insane. If Cooper Flagg does not go number 2, then I'm trading up to 3. The New York Knicks have a chance to take Cooper Flagg, and they are trading the pick. Oh my god, who are they trading it for? De'Aaron Fox. All right, well, the Kings are now starting their rebuild with Ace Bailey. All right, I'm moving up. The problem is I don't think the Rockets have cap space. They also have the 6th overall pick as well. I think that Wizards pick's not even supposed to be there, so now I don't feel bad about taking it. So they do have some cap space. Could we flip number 4, Zach Collins, who we just picked up, and I will give you that Raptors pick down the line. So that's a pretty nice offer to move up 1 spot. They're going to do that. So we are basically going to draft Patrick Williams' replacement in Cooper Flagg with the 3rd overall pick. So hey, I missed out on the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter. I still get my top prospect for the 2025 draft. And we're on the clock here at number 10. We could get a good center in Kaman Malak, but I don't think he has starting upside for us. We could go Carter Bryant if we think he could be, or if he could play alongside Cooper Flagg. We could go Ian Jackson as well. Carter Knox from Kentucky, or he may have decommitted. You know what? I'm going to go Kaman Malak. I don't think anybody here was going to start for us specifically, so let's get someone to back up Donovan Clingan since we traded away Zach Collins this offseason, and I'm not bringing back Larry Nance Jr. And yeah, we just drafted 2 Duke players, with Malak being a Blue Devil, same with Cooper Flagg. T-player options, Hawkins, welcome back. Agbaji. Do I need Agbaji? 6.5. I mean, I should probably, or 6.4, decide Agbaji or Dalen Terry. They are, what, 25? Dalen Terry's 23. You know what? I actually think I may take... no, let's just do both, because I could definitely trade one of them if I don't think I'm going to play them. We're going to have to pay Josh Giddey a decent amount of money this offseason, and I don't think I was going to go out and sign anybody in free agency. A reunion with Jimmy Butler would be kind of cool, but $50 million is really tough to justify. I will not be giving Ben Simmons a contract. I don't know who's giving him an offer. And I'm going to do this trade, which I'm kind of happy with. I'm going to make my pick that's protected going to San Antonio unprotected, and I'm getting Atlanta's 2027 first for Rui Hachimura, as San Antonio's trying to compete with Wemby next year. And I think I'm going to take like a flyer on Sadiq Bey. I'm going to give him like a 1-year, $15 million contract, maybe $16 million. We'll see if he wants to sign with us. He does. We're going to renounce the rights on everybody. We also have that nice trade exception with Lonzo Ball, but I don't think we're going to use it. We do have to figure out the White Dosunmu direction as well, because both of them are going to be free agents. And I'm going to send Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips to Orlando for Cam Reddish and a 2027 first round pick. So let's sign Sadiq Bey, and then we're going to be good to go there. And then I'll obviously pay Josh Giddey a ton of money. I mean, nobody's offering him a deal yet, so I may wait, because if I can get him for like sub 30 mil a year, I would love that. 35 mil a year for Giddey is a little expensive, but I mean, it's fine. His price is going down a little bit, so let's see if we can orchestrate a deal. Like, could we do $30.5 million over 4 years? He's probably going to agree to that. Yeah, 4 years, 136. Welcome back, Josh Giddey. And yeah, he's up to an 84 overall. This team is still not great, but we do have our unprotected first round pick next year. Could we get Cam Boozer? All right, so you may have not noticed any difference for me, but of course my game crashed. 2K like start today is like unplayable. It's a shame they haven't fixed this throughout the playoffs, where after year 2 basically your game crashes. So the only way to fix it for me is I just don't do start today, and I have to restart the save, which is pretty brutal that this happens to me every time. Just wastes like a half an hour of my life. Thanks, 2K. All right, so I think we're gonna go Giddey at the 1. Chris Dorte, that's funny. Honestly, we could experiment with Cooper Flagg at the 2, or excuse me, at the 3. I don't think there's a small forward that I'm missing that I picked up. Actually, I should double check this from my previous save. Oh yeah, I did get Sadiq Bey. That's who it was. All right, but unfortunately, Sadiq Bey is a 4-year, $86 million deal. I'm not even going to mess with that. Whatever. It would have been cool to have Sadiq Bey for a year, but I guess I'm not going to. All right, so we're going to have Jordan Hawkins and Kamal Malak be at the end of the bench. Ochai Agbaji can get like 25 minutes a night. We're going to go Giddey at the 1 playing 35, White at the 2 playing 33. We're going to play Cooper Flag a ton of minutes. We're going to play Donovan Clingan a bunch of minutes. Same with Dosunmu, and hopefully we can get something out of like maybe Hood Schifino this year, as well as Jordan Hawkins, but I don't think this team is going to be good. We weren't able to get Darvin Ham. Of course, he was not a free agent there, so it is Will Hardy, and hopefully we could end up with like an AJ DeBanza or a Cameron Boozer. But I don't think this year is going to be great. I mean, it could be fine. Cooper Flag could carry this team, and Donovan Clingan, like that front court defensively would be phenomenal. Like maybe we are playing a tournament team. We do have draft picks. Like I think we could be competing in 2026 for sure. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We're 28-21. Are the Chicago Bulls back, baby? Did Cooper Flag bring this team back to relevancy? Possibly. Him and Donovan Clingan in that front court together. Cooper Flag has been a phenomenal rookie. And those, I don't know if he's going to be that good of a scorer right away, but he's going to be, I think, an all defensive caliber player in his rookie year. Clingan, yeah, wasn't great in this new save, which is weird, but he is fine for me at the 5. Kobe White, really good. Obviously, he's due an extension at the end of the year. There's Josh Giddey. Ochai Agbaji actually hasn't been that bad as well. So we could try to work out some extensions. I don't know, man. How much is Kobe? Ooh, that's a lot of money for Kobe White. And that's a decent amount for Aya Dosunmu. I think I'd feel better going to Dosunmu and then having, like, I would like to have some cap space this offseason. So, you know what? I don't think I'm going to sign them right now. I think I'm going to wait till free agency, because if we do have money to sign somebody, I think I'd rather do that. Kobe White, good and all, but we have higher aspirations, and giving Kobe White $30 million a year kind of handicaps us of that. All right, so Victor Wembanyama wins MVP here at the end of the 2026 season. Cooper Flag, though, is your rookie of the year. This is our major bright spot. I mean, him, Josh Giddey, Donovan Clingan is a trio we are building around. I think we could look for, like, one more big scoring option this offseason, because Cooper Flag's going to give us some scoring, but maybe is a secondary scorer. Giddey, obviously not much of a scorer. He's fine in 2K, but he is pass first. And then you also have Donovan Clingan, who's kind of more defensive minded. So we're going to see if we can add that big piece this offseason. That's why I was a little hesitant on if I wanted to re-sign Dosunmu and Kobe White. It would be nice if they were under contract, because we could probably include them in a trade. Kamal Malak is also on all rookie first team as well. We made the play-in tournament as the 8 seed this year, taking on the 7 seeded Detroit Pistons. I feel like we could beat them. They also have Paul George on their team now. So looking at the stats, Cooper Flag led this team in scoring, followed by Josh Giddey, who averaged 18 points, 7 rebounds, only 6.5 assists. Okay. There's Donovan Clingan, who averaged basically a 15-point double-double. We love to see that. Jordan Hawkins was very efficient this year. Jalen Hood-Schifino was efficient this year. We will definitely take that as well. And I think for the playoffs, I think I'm going to throw Jordan Hawkins into the starting 5 instead of Ochai Agbaji. Well, not really for the playoffs, for this play-in tournament game that, hey, we could lose, and we do have 2 cracks at it. So even if we lose, we do have a chance to play for the 8 seed, but it's looking like we are, oh my God, we're up by 41 points on them. This is insane. Giddey, 21 points, Malak, 15, Clingan, 14, and it looks like, yeah, we're going to be beating the Pistons to make it to the playoffs for the first time since the 2022 season. And Josh Giddey, like I said, he's not much of a scorer, drops 37 points, and now we are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers here in round 1 of the playoffs. I mean, this is a team that's probably going to smoke us, but hey, at least we are here. Could we at least maybe steal one game? I would be happy with that. We lost 124-115. Damn, Cooper Flag had 37 points. The breakout is here. Game number 2, we ended up losing. He's kind of having a meteoric rise, but we would have to, I think, win a playoff series. All right, or at least a game, and we win 98-97. The defense showed out. That's what I'm talking about. What is Clingan putting up? Why is he shooting 34% from the field? It's so weird for a big man like that. He's not taking outside shots either. Damn, we ended up losing game 4 by 30 points. Or excuse me, by 20 points. 4 for 13. Like, is he just taking the worst 2s of all time? I don't know. And we ended up losing in 5, unfortunately. We lost 109-125. But hey, at least we made it to the playoffs. And I think we have definitely the draft capital. And I think the trade assets to get better this offseason. And the Cavs beat the Thunder in the finals with Donovan Mitchell being your finals MVP. All right, this is a big offseason for us. The 2026 offseason. I'm not sure if any of our draft picks are going to be high lottery picks, just because I thought maybe our pick could have been that, but we ended up making the playoffs. So we are not picking in the top 10. We're actually not even picking in the lottery. The Portland pick is at 24 and our pick is at 15. So we're not ending up with like a Cameron Boozer. He may go to Memphis, or they can go with AJ DeBanza, obviously. So we basically have 3 players under contract right now with Giddey, Flag, and Kamal Malak. We do have a decent amount of draft capital going forward if I wanted to make a deal, but I think I'm going to at least make both my selections. Obviously they could end up getting traded, but whoa, the number 1 overall pick Wow, what is Memphis trading it for? Kawhi Leonard. Oh my god, what a deal for the Clippers, man. You're getting Cameron Boozer or AJ Dembele. They go for Cameron Boozer. Wow, that is insane. AJ Dembele falls to the Orlando Magic at number 2, and the Thunder take Koa Pete at 3. So we're getting Jacob Wilkins, a wing out of Georgia, with the 15th overall pick. Hey, the last wing out of Georgia to go in the first round turned out to be a pretty good player. And we ended up drafting Andor Boateng here with the 24th pick. I don't know if they're spelled the same, but that is just like a deep memory I have from like FIFA 15. I don't know if it was like a defenseman on like Borussia Dortmund that's named Boateng. I don't remember, but hey, that's just a name that like Boateng is just throwing back memories in my mind. Let's just pick up these 3 team options, and let's give Agbaji the qualifying offer, which I doubt I'll end up paying him. So there are some studs here in free agency. There's some really good players. Jimmy Butler could still look into the reunion here if we gave him a 2-year deal. What are the cap holds on Dosunmu and White? About 19 and 11 million. So I think I could bring back Dosunmu and bring in like a Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler defensively still would be pretty sweet. It'd be cool to win a title with Jimmy Butler here. Jaren Jackson Jr. could be, oh my god, imagine we had Flag, Triple J, Donovan Clingan defensively. That's really good, but he's coming off such an abysmal offensive year. I don't think I want to touch that. Obviously Fox is nice, but we do have Giddey, and I don't think I'm ending up like, I mean, I can offer Luka a deal. Obviously it would be sick, but I don't think I'm gonna get him. I'll offer KD a 2-year deal as well. Would be sick if we can get him, but I don't know if he's gonna sign with us there. And then I'll offer Jimmy a deal depending on what he doesn't even have a real offer, so I'll give him a 2-year deal as well, at around like 40 something, 46 mil a year. We'll see if he accepts that. And then those are high-end scores, man. If we can get one of them, I think we can actually compete for a title next year, and that is what I'm going for. And then we'll see what's going on with Kobe and Dosunmu. So we get Jimmy Butler. KD accepts another offer, same with Luka Doncic. All right, I think it's pretty cool, a reunion, getting Jimmy Butler, almost 10 years since the 2017 draft when they traded him to Minnesota. We're going to be getting him back. So we're going to be able to keep, I think, talks open with Dosunmu. I need to clear up, I think, another like $7 million, which I mean, I could definitely do. Like, say I move Jalen Hood-Schifino to the Clippers. I mean, for your unprotected first-round pick, sure, we'll do that. Can I keep talks open with Kobe White? Please let me do that. Oh my god, let's go. So I can sign Jimmy Butler. KD goes to the Magic. Wow. AJ Dembele and Luka goes to the Warriors. That is insane. Watch them make it out of moratorium. But that is kind of insane. So Kobe White, don't tell me you have a real offer. Okay, good. And we got Jimmy Butler. Does KD, okay, of course both of them made it out of moratorium. Great, so I should have just waited. But yeah, let's bring back Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu. Hopefully we are able to sign both of them. That would be kind of a shame if they didn't sign with us. Boom, 4-year deals for both of them. We love to see that. So Jimmy Butler is going to slide in as the starting small forward. We're going to have Giddey as the 1, Kobe White as the 2. I guess Flag at the 4. I mean, there could be a sign and trade out here as well if we feel like we can upgrade from Kobe White. We have all these draft picks, which I think we could definitely do at the deadline. I kind of want to just see what this team can do. We have a decent mid-level exception. I wouldn't mind grabbing another forward if we could. So that could be Simone Fontecchio. Now I'll grab Hamidou Diallo on a 2-year deal. He actually is not bad in 2K. And we're really going to find out, can defense win championships? Like, we're going to be a really good defensive team, I think, at least with the identity. Hopefully Jimmy's still fine defensively. I don't even know if he's the #1 scorer that I needed, but hey, it's also still pretty cool if we're able to win a title with Jimmy Butler back in Chicago. Like I said, though, there may need to be a trade for like another high-end scorer. Who knows? All right, so I think I want to see what Jacob Wilkins can do. So he's going to get the 9th man spot. He's going to get like 14 minutes tonight. We're going to go 20 to Hawkins, 20 to Milwaukee, 28 to Dosunmu. Cooper Flag's going to play a ton. Butler's going to play a ton. Josh Giddey's going to play a ton. Obviously, Kobe White's going to play a ton. We're 3.5 star balanced under Will Hardy. Obviously, this team could be disappointing. Who knows? Like, I don't know how Jimmy Butler is going to be in his age 37 season. We have a game 1 against Philly, and we just got blown out. All right. Not good. But we do end up beating the Denver Nuggets in game 2. Kobe White had a good game here, and then we blew out. We're beaten by 17, beat the Pistons in game number 3 of the year. All right, 2-1 start. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline with a 35-14 record. We are actually on, I was going to say, a nice winning streak right now. 11 games. We are 21-5 at home, 14-9 on the road. Not great there. We are the 7th best offensive team, which I think is something we could try to upgrade at the deadline. Giddey's efficiency, I mean, he's good from the field. 3's obviously inconsistent, but our defense is top-notch, and that's what I expected when I got Jimmy Butler, and we're seeing the development of Donovan Clingan and Cooper Flag together, which is exciting to see. And Clingan is actually shooting the ball well. Love to see that. So Kobe White's good, and man, he's an OG Bull, which I love to see, but I think if there's a spot to upgrade, it could be that spot, because I'm obviously not moving Jimmy Butler. So I think if there's anybody on the trade block, Derek White, dope, but no, we need, I think, somebody a little bit more offensive minded. I was hoping, like, I wonder if, like, Donovan Mitchell would have been on the trade block, would have been cool, but it's obviously, like, really tough to get him. We do have the assets, it's just tough to get the matching salary, and for once, like, not a lot of good guys are on the trade block. Bradley Beal, not really appealing. DeAndre Ayton, I'm not going for. Tobias Harris, why is he still in Philadelphia? I want to see if I could trade for Tyrese Maxey. Kobe White, how much money am I off? Okay, like 2 mil. Like, this is able to, like, we're able to pull it off. I mean, Jacob Wilkins has actually not been terrible as a rookie, but I don't mind including somebody else in this deal. Like, I could insert Hamidou Diallo as the 9th man if we are able to get it done with Jacob Wilkins. How do they have Clint Capella and Jay Will for 2 mil a year? That is unreal. So give me Frank Kaminsky, and I got some draft picks for you. I got this Clippers first rounder. I will give you my first rounder. Is that enough? That is not enough. I'll give you this Magic first, and we'll just see if that's enough. That is not enough, and then we'll see if this Hawks first rounder is enough. And it is. All right, we make a blockbuster trade for Tyrese Maxey here at the 2027 trade deadline. So hopefully Hamidou Diallo can just play 13 minutes a night. We could put Boateng in there as well. Actually, it's not even going to be 13 minutes a night. It's going to be like 10, and then, yeah, Maxey's going to play a ton. We'll put Giddey at the 2. Maybe that's better. I don't know. 2K prefers that. This is a really good offensive and defensive team. I think Maxey could be a #1 scoring option on a title team, hopefully, this year. And Jokic just wins another MVP. Cam Boozer traded, or they traded Kawhi Leonard for the Rookie of the Year, and probably future Hall of Famer. Kobe Buffkin, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy, most improved, goes to Nikola Topic in New Orleans. Paolo, ooh, 19 points a game for Paolo. Interesting. And we get Coach of the Year with Will Hardy, 59 wins. We didn't get anybody on an All-NBA team. Damn, no Tyrese Maxey. That is kind of unfortunate. Cooper Flag is on all defensive second team. We ended up as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, taking on the 8-seeded Atlanta Hawks in round number 1. This is a really good team, man. Maxey, Flag, Giddey, Butler, Klingon. It was such a good 1 through 6. And then you have Hawkins, Balak, Hamidou Diallo off the bench. I'm excited. But hey, who knows? 2K may let me down with this. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. So I think Balak's going to get like 17 minutes a night. Hawkins, he was, yeah, really consistent where he could play that many. So let's go like 30 to Klingon. Let's go maybe 1 more to Cooper Flag, something like that. We may increase the starter minutes going forward. Of course, we lose game 1. Why? Why does that have to happen? Game 2, don't do this to me. All right, we win game 2. We lose game 3, and we are going to tie it up 2-2. Don't go down 3-2, thank you. Don't blow a 3-2 lead. And why are we going to a game 7 against the goddamn 8 seed, man? Why? Why? Here we go. Game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks. Don't lose this, man. We're a 1 seed. Now I'm like, I have no confidence that we're going to win a title this year, but it's looking like we are going to blow them out. Thank God. All right. Yeah, so no stress here in game 7. We end up winning 126-88. Maxey finally gets it done with 31 points. We're taking on the Detroit Pistons in round number 2. Good 2K team. They lack a good big man, though. B-Ball Paul, I'm not too scared of. Game 1. We are such frauds, man. We are such frauds. Wow. Maxey 7 for 17. Jimmy Butler 3 for 9. Glenn, I'm paying him $50 million a year. We do end up winning game 2 by 18. Please win game 3. Thank you. Please win game 4. Thank you. All right, don't blow a 3-1 lead. And we end up winning in 5. Let's go. And are we taking on the Hornets or the Pacers? They're going to a game 7, and it's going to be the 3-seeded Indiana Pacers. Halliburton dropped 55 points in game 7. That is insane. And then you got the 3-seeded Spurs, 4-seeded Grizzlies. Game 1 here, Central Division matchup. We take game 1. Oh, we blow them out. Let's go. Come on, Malak. Unfamiliar with your game. Game 2 goes to Chicago. We won by 27. All right. Here we go, man. We are close. They got Kuminga on their team as well. We're 2 games away. Make that 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Let's go. Clinging with 26-17, dominating. Do not blow a 3-0 lead, and we sweep them. All right, maybe this team is really good. What happened in round 1? Why did we go to 7 games against an 8 seed? And are we taking on Wemby, or are we taking on the Memphis Grizzlies? We're taking on Wemby, who just put up 34 and 16 in the Western Conference Final. All right, Donovan Klingon, can you guard Wemby? Here we go. The DeMar DeRozan Bowl. Game 1 goes to San Antonio by 2 points. Oh, that's scary. Game 2 goes to Chicago. Thank God we blow them out. Huge stuff. Game 3, don't lose this. Oh my God, that was so good. We won by 24. What a 4th quarter. Huge. Game 4 goes to Chicago. Boom. All right. They ended up winning game 1. We win 3 in a row. Do not blow a 3-1 lead. And the Chicago Bulls go 8-1 in the conference finals and the NBA finals. And Cooper Flag was your finals MVP. What happened in round 1? How did the Hawks push us to 7 games? I do not know, but I got a title with the Bulls. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I do plan on the Bulls making some other major moves this offseason. So you will be getting another Bulls rebuild, probably a long one as well if they end up letting DeMar DeRozan walk and trying to move Levine and or Vucevic. If you guys did enjoy that, I'd appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.